Alright guys, as you can see from the title, Dak Prescott did not get a long-term deal. Yesterday, July 15th was the deadline, and we all knew for so long it was talked about that if they don't reach a long-term deal by the end of yesterday, the franchise tag is going to be final. It's going to be set in stone. Dak already signed it. He signed it like a couple weeks ago or whatever. So he is going to play. People were so worried about this, and we gotta get Dak done. We gotta get Dak done, and hope all you guys are doing all right and safe out there during the quarantine or whatever's going on in your area. The coronavirus is serious, but let's not lose our minds. Okay, wear a mask if you need to, social distance, whatever, but let's not walk around like it's a zombie apocalypse. All right. Now, with that being said, like I said, just like you said on the title, yes, he did say that today they were talking to him about what is his thoughts on going into the season without a long-term deal, and he was basically like, I'm just happy to be a Cowboy. I'm thrilled to be here. The standard generic response that you would expect someone to say. But I don't know the extent of it. But from what I hear, he damn near had a deal yesterday. They almost got a deal they almost got something done at the midnight hour, and they almost got something done literally at midnight. Literally like right before the deadline, they almost had a deal, and something happened. They weren't able to get it done. They were still just a little too far apart to come together before the deadline passed. But the fact that they were that close to getting the deal done tells me they're close enough to on the same page where if Dak does good this year, and that's the reason why I put in the title, Dak didn't get a deal, but that might not be a bad thing. And it might not. It might not, because think about it. I said yesterday, as soon as it came through that he didn't have a deal, I was saying that I was talking to my girlfriend about it. So you know what? One of three things is going to happen this year. Now without a deal. Either number one, he's not going to play, which most likely not going to happen because he could just say, fuck you guys, I'm not playing under the tag. Which he's obviously not going to say that. We know for sure now that he's not going to say that. But that was at least a little bit of a scare going into this whole thing that he might say that. Fuck you guys, I'm not playing on the tag, whatever. I'll pay the fine. But thinking of it from Dak's perspective, I don't care how disrespected that you feel, you will pretty much screw yourself out of any sort of future opportunities, either with this team or with any other team. Because ain't no other team going to bring you on if you just left the team that you're on right now out in the cold. It's going to be very hard to do that. So he's not going to do that. And then one of the other options was he can play, but he's basically just playing. So kind of like Marshawn Lynch, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Maybe like a situation like that. Like he'll play, but he's not going to go above and beyond and really try, like really put himself at risk, because in his mind he's gone after this year anyway. Again, same type of situation. You want to get paid. You want to have a home. Even if it's not here, you want to have a home somewhere. Dak's not dumb enough to do that. So that really only leaves one option, which is the reason why I put in the title, it might not be such a bad thing. Dak is going to go out this year, and we're going to see, as if we've never seen it before, just how talented and just how elite, possibly, Dak is. Because this is it. This is the equivalent of a contract year. He doesn't want to come out next year and get franchised again. So he's out this year to prove something. He's out this year to prove this. I believe that this is the best thing that could have ever happened to Dak Prescott. And it could end up being the worst thing that ever happened to the Cowboys. I think that this will come back long term to bite the Cowboys in the ass. Because this ball is about to be squarely in Dak Prescott's court. Because when he comes out and he balls the fuck out this coming up here, like I think he's going to, you thought he was making demands before? The Cowboys just lost every bit of leverage that they may have had on them if that happens. You thought Romo's contract was bad? You thought Romo's contract hurt the team, which it really didn't, the way that a lot of people say that it did. That can be debated at a different time. But this is going to be like off the charts bad for the Cowboys long term. We might have to lose several star players. We might have to let several people walk who are core pieces of our team just to keep Dak. And then there's the whole thing about, the hometown discount. I don't know if Dak's going to play that. The way that he got done this offseason, I don't know if Dak's going to play that. I don't know if Dak is going to be willing to come in here and say, okay, you guys kind of fucked me over. You didn't really believe in me. You doubted me. You didn't want to pay me then. But sure, go ahead and not pay me now, too. I'll go ahead and take less money after you already spit in my fucking face, just so you can pay everybody else. Dak is a humble guy, but there's limits to the humility. There's limits to the humbleness. There's limits to the amount of times that somebody can get fucked with and pushed around before they say, no, you know what? Fuck you. Pay me. Pay me. Prove to me that I mean something to you, that you want me here. You can agree with that or not. You can say it's a bad team move. You can say it's a bad business move because it's going to show everybody he's greedy or whatever. I don't know what Dak would do in that situation. But worst case scenario, the best case scenario is actually the worst case scenario. Because best case scenario, obviously, Dak goes out, balls out. We make the playoffs. I'm not going to say Super Bowl or anything, but with Mike McCarthy, CeeDee Lamb, the revamped defense, Mike Nolan, Aldon Smith, and all those guys, the new guys on the defense. I don't know if Dak is able to do that. That's great for us this year. That's great for us as fans. But then what is that going to do for next year? Because he doesn't have a deal. You had a chance to get a deal done. And I just feel it in my bones, guys. Like Dak is a phenom and he will make us pay for this. One way or the other, he will make us pay for this. Either he's going to put us in salary cap hell next year with his contract, or he's going to go to another team that is willing to / can't afford to give him what he wants. And does anybody else feel that? I feel like I'm watching, the saying, the writing on the wall? I feel like the writing is on the wall right now. I feel like Dak is going to come out this year and give a big-ass bird to everybody. And say, fuck you, pay me, or I'm gone. And you can say that's not right. You can say that's not humble. You can say whatever you want. But the fact of the matter is, if we have a good year this year, it's gonna come back to fuck us later. I want to have a good year. I always want to have a good year. I'm not one of these guys. I hope we suck like the Colts. A few years ago, suck for luck and all that. We saw how well that worked out for them. So I will never, be one of those types of fans. Where I want to lose. Because I'm seeing like so far into the future that losing now is going to be better for us. I want us to win all the time. I would want us to go 16-0 every year if we could and have all the best players. That's just the way that I am. If you got a guy who's a rare talent, give him what the fuck he wants and keep him on your team. You make a sacrifice somewhere else. But the more that I think about it, I feel like Dak is going to make us pay for this, guys. Long term, we are going to pay big time for not getting this done in 2020. That's just the way that I personally feel about it. But it's a good problem. For me, from a fan's perspective, that's a good problem. Because the only way that happens is if that goes out and balls the fuck out. And if he balls out hard enough for it to really be that much of a problem, then that means we're most likely in the playoffs. We're most likely probably in the championship game. Okay, Dak is probably breaking records. Our offense is probably breaking records and all that types of stuff. if it ends up being that big of a problem, where we're at risk, where we either have to destroy our entire future or let him walk, which is also basically the same thing. If he has the type of year that he could have, and then you have to let him walk. I feel like Dak is going to have a really good year this year just to prove a point to everybody. But it's going to fuck us long term because we didn't get this done. But that's my thought. So I put in the title. It might not be a bad thing. It might be a bad thing. It's kind of one of those, pick your poison. Do you want to suck now or do you want to suck later? Because if Dak goes out and balls out this year and then we got to fucking lose half our stars to keep him here in order to have the money to give him what he wants and keep him here, and then we suck for 5 years later, what's really the difference? Would you rather be good now or would you rather be good later? Personally, I'd rather just win the shit this year. It's been long enough, but that's me. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I've already talked for 11 minutes. I gotta go eat my McDonald's and play some Tomb Raider. So, hope you guys are all staying safe out there. Please be safe. Please be smart. You can't force people to wear a mask. You can't force people to do all that stuff. But you can, I was telling my girlfriend earlier, if you see somebody in the store, and they don't have a mask on, you can't force them to wear a mask, but you can go out of your way to make sure that you stay away from them. And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize. People have more power and more control than what we act like that we have. We act like if the government doesn't come in and force everybody to wear masks, then everybody's going to fucking die. You can still be safe. You can still do things. My girlfriend is a nurse in LA. I worry about her every day. She has asthma. She has asthma. And, she's trying to fight this pandemic and everything and do everything that she can. And, she's trying to stay safe. She wears a mask all the time, obviously, of course. But there's still some people, that they don't wear masks. Well, you don't want them breathing on you, right? Okay, so then you go out of your way to stay away from that person. So I'm not trying to get all off topic or whatever, but just be safe. All right, I appreciate all you guys. And I want you to know that you're more than numbers. You're more than subscribers. You're more than viewers to me. And I'm not trying to be cliche right now. I'm really not. I really hope that all you guys are safe and your life is going well and all your loved ones are safe. I hope that none of you have been affected by this. Not only the virus directly, but losing your jobs. And there's a lot of people. There's probably more people that are affected by the results of the virus than the implementations that people are doing to combat the virus than are being affected by the virus itself. And that's a really sad situation. So you guys stay safe out there. I appreciate all of you. And I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.